The results of the SEIA's Solar Means Business Report are out. We'll share the details. A tragic construction accident at a power plant in eastern China kills at least 74 people. And the managing editor of Hydro Review and HRW Hydro Review Worldwide joins me in the studio for today's Inside the Industry. It's Thursday, December 1st, and this is Power Today. Hello and welcome to Power Today for Thursday, December 1st. I'm Cassie Haley. We begin today's episode of Power Today with the results of the Solar Means Business Report by the Solar Energy Industries Association. Now in its fifth year, the report assesses the biggest corporate adopters of solar power in the U.S. The companies are rated on installed solar capacity. In the number 10 spot with 23 megawatts is New Jersey commercial real estate company Hartz Mountain. Coming in at number 9 with 30 megawatts is Chicago-based General Growth Properties. Macy's is number 8 on the list this year with 39 megawatts of installed solar capacity. Furniture retailer IKEA lands in the number 7 spot with 44 megawatts. According to the SEIA's report, more than 90% of IKEA's American stores get their power from the sun. Department store Kohl's lands in the number 6 spot with 50 megawatts. The SEIA says that almost 19,000 Americans work in a Kohl's department store powered by solar. Just edging out Kohl's to hold down the number 5 spot with 51 megawatts is big box wholesaler Costco. Tech giant Apple comes in at number 4 with 94 megawatts. The SEIA's report states that the amount of electricity generated by Apple's solar facilities is enough to fully charge more than 39 million iPhones every day for a year. Global industrial real estate company Prologis finishes in the number 3 spot with 108 megawatts. According to the SEIA, Prologis has installed more solar capacity than 27 U.S. states. The second and first place finishers are two of America's best-known brands. With 145 megawatts of installed solar capacity, second place in the SEIA's list goes to America's largest discount retailer, Walmart. The SEIA says that every week, 7.3 million people visit a solar-powered Walmart store. And the top finisher in the SEIA's Solar Means Business Report this year with 147.5 megawatts of installed solar capacity is America's second largest discount retailer, Target. This is the first year in which Target has finished ahead of Walmart and Apple. In other power news, a very sad story out of eastern China. The collapse of construction scaffolding at a power plant under expansion killed at least 74 people, according to official state media Xinhua. This is the latest deadly accident in a country grappling with a poor record of industrial safety. The construction work at the Ganang Fengcheng power plant is part of a $1.1 billion expansion project to add two 1,000-megawatt coal-fired power units by early 2018, according to local government announcements. Industrial accidents are unfortunately common in China, where worker deaths still number in the thousands annually, despite national campaigns to improve workplace safety. We're going to take a short break. When Power Today returns, the managing editor of Hydro Review and HRW Hydro Review Worldwide joins me in the studio. Inside the Industry is up next. Stay with us. From December 13th through 15th, thousands will be in Orlando for the largest power industry show in the world, PowerGen International 2016. Hello, I'm Cassie Haley, host of the daily power news and information show, Power Today, and I'm here to tell you about a great way to get your message to the PowerGen audience. At this year's show, I'll be conducting content interviews with a select group of companies and thought leaders who recognize the importance of video in marketing their message. These one-on-one interviews will be featured on Power Today and will then be made available to use in any way you'd like. Power Today airs daily across a broad variety of Penwell sites, including Power Engineering, and has become a known and respected brand within the world of power. We take pride in keeping the power industry informed and telling our viewers about the exciting stories, people, and companies that are moving the industry forward. This is your opportunity to reach the ideal audience and to make sure your message is heard. I've been speaking with Bill Newsom today about Mitsubishi's J-Series gas turbine, the M501J. There is limited time available to schedule your PowerGen interview, so please don't put off locking in what could be your best marketing investment of the year. I'm Cassie Haley. I look forward to speaking with you at PowerGen International. Welcome back. Elizabeth Ingram is the managing editor of Hydro Review and HRW Hydro Review Worldwide. She recently joined me in the studio to discuss hydro rehabs and upgrades. Here's today's Inside the Industry. Welcome to Inside the Industry. We're joined today by Elizabeth Ingram, and we're going to be speaking a little bit about rehabs and upgrades for hydro. So why would you choose to rehab a hydro facility?
Well, I think rehabilitation is one of those kind of logical progressions of hydro facilities. Their hydro facilities are incredibly long-lived, so compared with some other generating technologies where the plant may only have a life of 30 years, hydro facilities are so well designed and built, particularly the civil infrastructure, that they last for 50 years, 100 years, even longer. Mm-hmm. There are some dams in Iran that are 1,500 years old and still operational.
Oh my.
So you've got this long-lived resource. It's there. How can we make the most of it? And so a lot of hydro plant owners are looking at rehabilitation, and I kind of liken it to owning a classic car. So you got that 67 Chevy. It's great. You're going to keep it forever, right? But it's not running as well as it used to. I need to get it back up to power so I can rehabilitate it, put in a new engine, and bring that car and that hydro plant back to life.
Okay. Now, what happens when you get to a certain point where you just know you have to either trade it in or upgrade your model?
Yeah, that's a big investment opportunity in worldwide, really. It's a lot of what the activity is going on in the U.S. right now with hydro plants is rehabilitation and upgrading of the facility. So I've got this facility. It's been operating well for me for 30 years, for 50 years, but it's not quite as robust as it used to be. Mm-hmm. So what can I do to kind of get it back to where it used to be, or potentially even get more power out of it? As technology improves, there are opportunities to put new generating units in, and instead of just bringing it back to its former life, I can enhance it. I can add generating capacity. I can get more power from the same amount of water that flows through that system, and then therefore generate more revenue. Yeah. For example, like a 1% increase in efficiency from a hydraulic turbine can equate to tens of thousands of millions of dollars even. So there's a big opportunity, depending on the size of your facility, to really get a lot of additional revenue from something that may have been completely paid for by now.
Well, can you give us an example of a few specific projects going on right now?
Absolutely. As I mentioned earlier, in the U.S., that really is the main activity that we're seeing in the hydropower market is rehabilitations and upgrades. So there's a lot of that going on in the U.S. But additionally, there are some plants all around the world. We had just reported on one in Uzbekistan that they're planning to upgrade 19 hydro plants. And they're going to add about 119 megawatts of capacity when they do that. And one of the benefits they're seeing is it's going to allow them to consume less diesel fuel. We already have these hydro facilities. What can we do to rely on clean, reliable hydropower rather than more expensive, polluting diesel?
Okay.
So they can do a rehab and upgrade there and see those kinds of benefits. There's a plant in Norway that recently we reported that they've expanded theirs by 100 megawatts. So they actually took some old units offline and added one larger new generating unit to get additional capacity at the same site.
Okay.
And the Mount Coffee hydro plant in Liberia is kind of a unique example. It actually went offline because of civil war. And now that the civil war is essentially complete and they can bring things back to life, they've actually rehabilitated that plant and are about to bring it back online at 64 megawatts. So adding some reliable hydropower back that's been offline for quite some time.
Yeah.
And then in India, there's a 300 megawatt project called Balamela where they're actually upgrading the generators, and that's going to allow them to increase capacity of that facility as well. So a lot of rehab activity going on worldwide right now and upgrading work that's going to add some valuable hydropower capacity.
Well, we look forward to hearing more about these projects as they come along, as well as anything else that you have to bring to us about the hydro world. And join us tomorrow when we're joined by Russell Ray, and thanks for watching Inside the Industry. That's going to wrap things up for us on Power Today. Power Generation Week is just around the corner, December 13th through the 15th in Orlando, Florida. If you haven't already registered, there's still time to do so. Head over to www.power-gen.com and we'll see you in Orlando. For everyone here at Power Today, have a great day. We'll see you back here tomorrow at noon, 11 Central.